I watched this anime a while ago and it turned out to be a solid watch, so I want to talk about it to pique your interest. So if you watched this video and liked it, I suggest checking it out after. But let's talk about the anime. It starts off showing a girl napping on a bench before she meets a guy who she claims to have saved the life of a couple years ago. Although he says that it never happened, let alone know who she is. We didn't get a flashback to show how they met in the first place, being that she stopped him from falling in a hospital, confirming that they have met and she counts this as saving his life. Funny enough, she falls in love at first sight, and then we go back to the present, and after explaining, he finally remembers who she is. She then tells him that her name is Kodako Awigawa. She also tells him that she knows him and his girlfriend done broke up, a woman who she also met the same day as him. Now that they're broken up though, Kodako came here to tell Koro to date her with marriage in mind. Koro tells her that he already broken up with his girlfriend, but it wasn't his fault, or hers. So he isn't ready to start anything with anybody else right now. Hearing this, Kodako wants to know the reason behind the breakup. Koro tells her that while they was on a trail walking, they happened to see something strange, being a kappa. Then the kappa started screaming. Koro says this was a terrifying experience, but Kodako says that's not possible, because kappas aren't evil, let alone deadly. Koro tries to tell her that this one had to be a different case, considering they found the body in a lake the next day, and the police couldn't determine the cause of death. But he claimed that him and his former girlfriend never got hurt though, and that's what led to their breakup. Now, Koro was going to take his leave until Kodako tells him that the kappa was the one who got scared and ran from Koro, not the other way around, and that his girlfriend saw something that looked terrifying run away from Koro, and it creeped her out, wondering why the creature was terrified. Koro then tries to backtrack and say kappas don't exist, but Kodako don't fall for it, because she's aware that things like yokai, Ayashi, and specters exist. She's even friends with a few of them. That's how she came to the conclusion. Also because all the other beings are telling her that Koro is scaring them. That's when Koro asks her who she is, and that's when she gives more information about herself. You see, when she was 11, she was kidnapped for 2 weeks by some creatures. Not to be tortured though, but they wanted her to become their goddess of wisdom, or in other words, a peacekeeper. Whenever there are problems, they come to her to mediate or come up with solutions. Koro doesn't really believe it, but Kodako says that if he looked in a newspaper from 6 years ago, he can find an article about a little girl being left on a bench, missing an eye and a leg. Kodako then takes her leave, and in the next scene, we actually see her converse with one of the other beings or slash creatures. The yokai asks Kodako to get rid of a monster that's lurking in the library, and she said that it shouldn't be too difficult as long as she can find a way to get Koro to help. By the way, if you're wondering, they do tell you why her leg and eye was taken, and it was to give her the status of the god of wisdom. While at the library, Koro does look up Kodako before running into her. She's then alerted that the barrier around the library has been destroyed, so they have to hurry and take out the evil yokai. Now, Koro does try to leave, but then he's strong-armed by Kodako to come with him. Soon after entering the library, they're attacked by the evil yokai. Kodako does attack it, but it does nothing. Koro then lets the evil yokai bite his arm off before he grows it right back, and the arm the evil yokai ate poisons and kills it. Koro then tells her the reason the yokai are avoiding him in the first place. When Koro was younger, he was forced to eat 2 different kinds of yokais and a lot of it. This kind of makes him not technically human no more, by the way, and that's how the series kicks off. Now, if you enjoyed the explanation on how the series started, I suggest you watch the whole series. It only has 24 episodes, so you got something to watch for a week or two. But besides that, that's basically it.